really love it here. I love the trees and the people, and I'm very familiar with this Capitol.
Barbara Lee got a lot done in this building. In the early 1990s, she represented East Bay districts, working on issues from domestic violence to health care for children.
First black woman elected north of Los Angeles to the California Assembly and Senate, so people weren't quite sure, right? Well, let me tell you, I got 67 bills signed into law. They were major bills.
And this was signed by a Republican governor. It was Pete Wilson at the time.
It was Pete Wilson. And I had to challenge him on every issue.
She took many of those same battles to Capitol Hill in 1988 as a Congresswoman. And for Lee, the challenges have been personal since the day she was born.
Well, my mother needed a C-section when she was about to deliver me. And she went to the hospital and they wouldn't let her in because she was black.
That was in El Paso, Texas, at a time it was still segregated.
My mother almost died in childbirth. Here we are today, black maternal mortality rates 3 times that of white women, black infant mortality rates off the scale. Can you believe that? And that's how I came in. So I have no option except to fight for women's health and health care and against systemic racism and trying to fight for justice for everyone.
Lee had her first victory against racism in high school after her family moved to California. You integrated your cheerleading team, and normally I would not think about asking a congresswoman about her cheerleading background, but it is really significant that you did that at 15 years old.
Bottom line is the NAACP helped me change that selection process, and it was bad in terms of the pushback I got from students and the administration, but finally did it. I did my splits and turned cartwheels, did everything I could do as a girl tryout for the cheerleading team. Guess what? I won. That was my first election at age 15, and I integrated the cheerleading team.
It gives you some insight into her ability to stand alone about 40 years later, right after the 9/11 attack. Lee has become an anti-war icon for her lone vote against the authorization used to carry out the war in Afghanistan and many other military actions. The House vote was 420 to 1.
I have received many, many death threats. Voicemail had gunshots. People were shooting, so I'd hear the gunshots in my voicemail. It was terrible. And what I learned too, that a lot of people don't understand that central to our democracy is the right and the responsibility to say no or dissent.
Lee was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, and more recently, she's been a leading voice calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. But she's also been criticized for the violence in her own backyard as Oakland's crime rate has surged.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Too many lives have been cut short.
Lee points to her long record fighting for gun control measures.
These AK-47s, these assault weapons, these ghost guns, yes, California has some strong, stringent gun control measures, but until we pass, which I want to do in the Senate, the assault weapon ban, they're going to keep coming in.
Her fight for abortion rights is deeply personal. You can see her in the white sweater as she was arrested for this cause at a 2022 rally. She only recently publicly revealed that she had an illegal abortion when she was a teen.
I decided that once the Texas restrictive laws were passed, that it was time, that people knew that there was a member of Congress who saw them, who understood it, and who will continue to fight for reproductive freedom. And I've done this all my life.
Long before her political career, Lee was briefly homeless as a single parent of 2 boys and a survivor of domestic violence. She's become a voice for those living in poverty, including calling for a $50 an hour minimum wage and a decades-long fight for Medicare for all.
I said, let me see what I can do to work on health care issues in the context of healthcare as a human right, and to get the profit motive and the industry framework out of healthcare.
The January 6th attack on the Capitol is another moment where Lee's personal experience motivated her to act. She is the lead plaintiff in a civil lawsuit against former President Trump.
I was sitting on the floor of the House on January 6th. We barely got out of there. This was an attempted coup.
If you prevail, what would that look like specifically?
The important part is he would be convicted of being not above the law. He's not immune from what took place.
After more than 3 decades in Congress, Lee says she still has a lot to fight for, and she hopes to continue that work as California's next senator.
Here in California, 20 million people, one paycheck away from poverty. So why wouldn't I try to fight to lift people out of poverty and to grow the middle class? I mean, I know that. I've experienced it. I know how important it is to help others and to try to fix some of these problems.
In Sacramento, Edie Lambert, KCRA 3 News.
And we are also covering the 3 other leading candidates in that Senate race, and we are bringing you those profiles as the campaigns make the candidates available. You can find our profiles of Congressman Adam Schiff and former baseball star Republican Steve Garvey on our website right now, KCRA.com, and our interview with Congresswoman Katie Porter will air tomorrow night at 6:30.